Welcome everyone to GamerMeld. Today, people are already getting their hands on the RTX 3060 Ti, more RX 6700 XT specs, the 6900 XT is more powerful than we thought, and RX 6000 price drops are coming. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, it looks like some have already gotten a hold of Nvidia's upcoming RTX 3060 Ti. In fact, according to video cards, people have had no problem buying them long before launch. And I will say that I know this to be true thanks to the Meld militia in Iraq, who sent over these banners that show the cards are in fact available right now. Unfortunately, as you can see, the cards are being sold at a hefty premium. According to video cards, one of their viewers had to pay a whopping 526 euros for a gigabyte variant. And of course, don't forget the lack of drivers. Luckily, Nvidia officially plans to announce them tomorrow with custom cards going on sale the following day. Obviously that should bring the pricing down to MSRP, but it'll likely also mean stock will sell out almost instantly, especially since Nvidia themselves have declared that stock won't be caught up to demand until next year. With that said, I will have an affiliate link to the cards for when they go on sale in the description. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter so you can stay caught up on when those go live. Now, while I usually talk tech on more of a surface level, if you're looking to go deeper, learn the best way with today's sponsor, Brilliant, the website and mobile app that's made specifically to teach math, science, and computer science. See, they teach you based on problem solving and active learning, which means seeing the concepts and actually interacting with them. Instead of explaining things, they show you and let you actually do it yourself. And they've got everything from computer science fundamentals to quantum computing and even cryptocurrency. And to make things even better, the courses are broken into small sections, so you're able to go over them a little at a time. So what are you waiting for? Learn the deeper side of tech by visiting brilliant.org/gamermeld, and the first 200 people who visit the link get 20% off the annual premium today. Next up for today, we have new information on AMD's upcoming RX 6700 XT. The story originally comes from Igor's lab, who apparently received BIOS information on third-party cards from Patrick Schur. Starting things off, we can see that the maximum allowed overclock is a very impressive 2950 MHz, and that's definitely huge, though it's understandable given the 6700 XT is expected to only come with 40 CUs. Next, when it comes to power draw, Igor's lab shows two cards. The first comes with a TGP of 186 watts, which would put the total board power at around 210 to 220 watts. This is likely close to the reference design or a bit higher, while the second card comes with a TGP of 211 watts, which would put it closer to a total board power of 250 watts. Let's just say this one is likely a heavily overclocked card. Of course, with power draw this high, I think it's pretty clear that AMD is planning to hit the mid-range market hard, likely to challenge the 3060 Ti or at least the 3060. Next up for today, it looks like AMD's upcoming RX 6900 XT is set to be even more powerful than we thought. In a recent tweet, once again from Patrick Schur, who's proven himself to be very reliable in the past, he shows that the maximum allowed overclock for the 6900 XT is an incredible 3 GHz. Now, the reason this is such a big deal is because while the 6800 XT is the same official boost and gaming clock as the 6900 XT, it's limited to just 2800 MHz. As I've said in my video on overclocking the 6800 XT, that number gives us an indication of what AMD thinks it can handle, or likely in this case to limit the potential so the 6800 XT can't be overclocked to perform right at a stock 6900 XT. And unlike the 5000 series, no one has been able to override this limitation, at least not yet. Obviously that part is frustrating, but at least we will likely be able to get even better clocks out of the 6900 XT, which is great given it has even more cores than the 6800 XT. Of course, don't forget that 3 GHz is the maximum allowed overclock, so not necessarily what you can expect to get. With that said, it certainly seems that overclockers have hit the ceiling on the 6800 XT, so I wouldn't be surprised if they can get it to the almost unbelievable frequency of 3 GHz. Then again, that's only amazing if anyone can actually buy it when it's released. And speaking of the never-ending launch issues for new GPUs, I have an update on AMD's RX 6000 pricing as well as potentially stock. The story was originally shared during a Q&A session on Hardware Unboxed. During the video, they answered a question on the pricing issues for AMD's newly released custom RX 6000 cards. And in the response, Steve Walton stated, quote, "We have had a private conversation with AMD. They assured us that in 4 to 8 weeks there will be AIB cards available at MSRP. They said they enabled the AIBs to achieve the $649 MSRP, and they expect that to happen within 8 weeks. Now, for those who saw my custom RX 6000 launch stream, you know that besides the cards selling out in practically seconds, the GPUs were also extremely expensive. I mean, they still are. The 6800 is even reaching the RTX 3080's MSRP. And of course, while we weren't sure what the MSRP was for custom RX 6000 cards, these obviously seemed far too high. Well, according to that quote, they are. Apparently the 6800 XT gets as low as the reference MSRP. Obviously that's for lower end models, but still, it's a far cry from where they are now. According to video cards, the higher prices are likely the result of limited stock, lower margins for AIBs, and of course, the retailers. And I will say that one AIB partner that I spoke with did make it clear that margins are very low, so AMD could even be marking up the prices they use for AIB partners until they have more stock. It's really tough to say. Regardless, it's at least good to hear that prices will be coming down, which also likely means stock will be going up at the same time. Then again, 8 weeks is into next year. Hopefully things will level out closer to that 4-week mark. Probably not. So while that does it for today, are you excited for the 6900 XT, or are you just sick of all these stock issues? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.